Roger. This is the Family Showdown!
Howdy folks, today we're looking at our top 10 Shelf of Shame games. And by Shelf of Shame, I mean games that we have purchased that we haven't played yet, for one reason or another. I'm going to jump right into our list with some honorable mentions. Our first honorable mention is Koo Reformation. This is a little expansion for the social deduction game Koo. We love Koo, but we haven't had a chance to play the expansion yet. And the expansion adds a little flavor to the game. It adds in the team aspect where you're working with teams, and I think you can jump teams and things like that. It's got some real interesting play. It adds like a new twist to the Koo game, which we love. We haven't had a chance to play this yet because obviously it takes a large number of players, and that is an infrequent occurrence for Rebecca and I, so this one's yet to be played. But we do have a social deduction game day scheduled for July, so we're going to knock this one out at that time. So my next honorable mention is Mafia de Cuba. This is another social deduction game. This one plays better in very large groups. This would probably be on my list of top 10, but I got to play this at BGG Con Spring with the Stronghold game guys. Had a blast playing it, so I've technically played it, but I haven't played my copy, so that's why it's an honorable mention. My next honorable mention is Galaxy Trucker, a really fun speed tile placement game where you build up a spaceship and then all kinds of disasters happen to destroy your ship, and hopefully you're the best ship that's left standing at the end of each round. This would be on my top 10 list, but we played this at Falls Con in Wichita Falls, Texas a while back. So we technically played it, we just haven't played our copy. So it's still considered, part of the Shelf of Shame. My next honorable mention is, not last honorable mention, but my next honorable mention is Stellar Conflict, a great speed game where you're throwing down spaceships on the table, you're orienting them to shoot each other, and you see what happens. It's like 30 seconds of chaos followed by like 5 minutes of figuring out what happened. It's a really fun game. I demoed this one at BGG Con Spring, so I played it a number of times. That's why it's an honorable mention. So I've played it, but obviously I haven't played my copy of the game. So now we're getting into honorable mentions of, real honorable mentions, ones that would normally make the list. They're just not, the ones that we're most wanting to play. The first one is Robber Knights, a little area control game that's for younger kids. Kids like 8 and up can play this game. It's a area control game that looks pretty cool. We got it for free at BGG Con Spring. It looks really interesting. We're looking forward to playing this one. We just haven't had a chance to play it because we only had it a couple weeks. My next honorable mention is Titans of Industry. This is another one we got for free at BGG Con Spring. It's a worker placement economic game that has been around for a while. I think it was a Kickstarter game a while back, and I'm looking forward to playing this one. Unfortunately, this one takes at least three players to play, so it may be a while before this one hits the table, but I'm looking forward to playing this one. And now, truly the last honorable mention is Homeland the game. I got this one for free a lot of these are free games. I guess that's why I haven't played them. I guess if I actually spend my money, I'm more anxious to play it. But I got this one for free at BGG Con Fall. It's a semi-co-op. I think it's a semi-co-op game with a trader aspect. I haven't watched the TV show, but it's supposed to be a pretty good representation of the TV show. Again, this one takes at least 3 players. That's probably one of the reasons why it hasn't hit the table. I'm thinking about sneaking this in at our social deduction game day in July, so hopefully I can knock this one out soon. So that's it for honorable mentions. We're going to move on to the real top 10. All right, so these are their top 10 Shelf of Shame games that we're really looking forward to playing. And number 10 is Airships. This is a game where you're rolling dice, set collection. You're trying to build the best airship company. The girls got this one for free at BGG Spring, but I am looking forward to playing it because it's got dice, and if it has dice, I want to play it. So this one looks fun. Looking forward to playing this one real soon with the whole family. Next one is Hiroshima Convoy. This is a 2-player game. I think it's in the Hiroshima Hex universe. The concept is there's a convoy heading to a city to attack it, and one side plays the convoy, the other side plays like the resistance, trying to destroy the convoy before it gets there. This one comes with pretty good high praise. I don't know why we haven't played this one yet. I've had it for a while. This is another free game from BGG Fall. Rebecca and I want to play this soon. We just always seem to forget about it when we're thinking about what we need to play. So we need to put this one on the table or something to remind us to play this one, because like I said, this one's got some pretty good reviews that I've seen. So there, Hiroshima Convoy, number 9. Number 8. Number 8 is a big box. It's very heavy. Temple of Elemental Evil. This is in the D&D series of games. The ones where it's cooperative dungeon crawl, and the Overlord, or whatever you want to call it, is basically automated. It's controlled by the game. So basically it's a true co-op. All the players are working together to defeat the scenario or the objective. Really looking forward to playing this. I love the other ones. I have some great memories of things that happen in these games. It always seems like it comes down to the last roll of the dice, or last thing that you do to win this scenario. It's really well balanced. So I'm looking forward to this one. It's gonna have a bazillion wonderful miniatures, and it's always fun when this hits the table. So gotta plan a day to play this one soon. My number 7 is High Society by Rainer Knizia. This one's been around for a long time. I think it came out in like 95. This is the Eagle Griffin version that came out in 2008. This is another free game that I got at BGG Fall, so I'm looking forward to playing this one. This is not a social deduction game, but I'm planning on sneaking this in during our game day in July. It's an auction bidding game. I guess the concept is you're a rich family and you're trying to spend your money in such a way to make the most, to increase your wealth the most, to become the wealthiest person or family or whatever. So this one looks kind of interesting because I do love auction and bidding games. So looking forward to playing this one. My number 6. Number 6 is One Night Revolution. I kickstarted this one a while back. I got it again. It's the same thing. It's really hard for Rebecca and I to play the games that are more than 2 players because we don't have game days very often. Once a month if we're lucky. So this one's going to again make the game day, the social deduction game day. Going to play this one. This one's in the One Night line of games, like One Night Werewolf and One Night, I guess Vampire's out now. What I like about this one that seems interesting to me is that during the night phase, normally in like One Night Werewolf, only certain people are doing stuff each night, and there's an issue with if you're listening closely, you can hear the person next to you moving, and you might have an idea that they're or have a role or something special. With One Night Revolution, everyone does something during the night phase, so there's not that kind of meta game of knowing that people are moving and doing stuff because everyone's going to move or do something each night. So looking forward to playing this one. Love Revolution, and this is like a quicker version of the game, so I'm excited to see if it lives up to the the original Revolution or Resistance game. So One Night Revolution, number 6. Number 5 is Val Dora, I guess is how you say it. Val Dora. It's a game that the girls picked up at BGG Spring for free. This one looks just the back. Looking at the back of the box, it just looks really gorgeous. The board looks really nice, and the pieces are very. The cards. It looks it's a good looking game. I'm looking forward to playing this one. It's got pick up and deliver, which I like. I like that mechanism, so I'm looking forward to playing this one. Not much I can say about it. I don't know too much about it, but it looks really nice, and pick up deliver is always fun. So, Val Dora, number 5. Number 4. This may be my biggest shelf of shame. It's not the one I'm most wanting to play, but the game Salem, and I kickstarted this one a while back, and this game just looks really interesting to me. It's a social deduction game. It comes in a really cool box that looks just like a book. I don't know if you can see that. It looks just like a book. It opens up, and it looks like it's set up like a book. So it looks really cool. It's really a really nice presentation for the box. And this is, again, a social deduction game, and this is one I'm going to play. Sound like a broken record in July. What I like about this game is it's a little more involved than most of your basic social deduction games. It's kind of a slow burn. It kind of progresses slowly throughout the game. I think it's about a half hour, 45-minute game. And what I like about it is that you can change, your role can kind of change as you go along. It's basically trying to find who the witches are. And you could become a witch throughout the evening, the evening of the game. You could become a witch, so it's kind of an evolving game with a lot of things going on. So it looks really, really interesting. Just haven't had a chance to play it, but this will get played in July. So I'm really excited to play this one, and I was really excited to kickstart it. So that's my number 4, Salem. My number 3 is My Village. This is a great game. If you're familiar with the Village game, Village is a kind of a true worker placement game where you're going out to various spots to gather resources, and you turn those resources into other things that eventually lead to victory points. So Village is kind of a true worker placement. This one's more of a dice rolling. You roll lots of dice, and you use those dice to draft cards to build up your village. So it's kind of has some of the same mechanisms in terms of your workers aging and dying and things like that Village has, but it's more of you make your own little tableau down here, and that's what you're working on, whereas Village is a true worker placement game. So I'm looking forward to playing this one. I got this one at BGG Con Spring. I worked the Stronghold game booth, and this is one of the games I chose. It's a really cool looking game. I'm really excited to play this one. And really the only reason this one is on the Shelf of Shame is I just got it 2 weeks ago. Is it 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago. So it hasn't had a chance to play this one yet. So really, really looking forward to playing My Village. Speaking of Village, my number 2 is Village. I love worker placement games, and this is a true worker placement game. Can't say enough about it. I'm really, really excited to play this one. This one comes highly rated on BGG BGG Board Game Geek, their website, and the reviews I've seen of it are amazing. It looks like a great true worker placement game. Again, with that interesting mechanism that your workers age and die, and you have to replace them with new generations of workers. So it's really got a lot of things going for it, and it hits on all cylinders for me because, again, love worker placement games. Number 2, Village. And my number 1 most anticipated game to play on my Shelf of Shame is Time Stories, the super duper hyped game from last year, winning all kinds of crazy awards. Number 1 of everyone's number 1 list for 2015. Great looking game. I'm really excited to play it. It's being billed as a kind of a choose your own adventure kind of game, and I loved those books when I was a kid, so I'm so excited to play Time Stories. I've scheduled a special meetup for play this game in, I think, 2 weeks. Myself, Rebecca, my nephew Mike, and his girlfriend Becca are going to get together and dress up and play 1920s music and the whole lot. And we're really excited. We're going to make a basically a day out of it, playing Time Stories, and I'm so excited to play it. That's why it's number 1 on my Shelf of Shame. So there you have it, our Shelf of Shame games. Please leave in the comments what some of your Shelf of Shame games are, some that you're setting on the shelf and why you haven't played them yet and why you're excited to play them. Hope you enjoyed the list I gave you. Probably almost 20 games here to look at. If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel. We're doing top 10s weekly and lots of other content going on. So I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.